In this recording, what we're going to be covering is the rent roll section, how to enter the rent roll information. This is essentially how we're going to enter into all of the income information about this particular property. So first thing you're going to do is click on the rent roll button any place you find it, whether it's here, whether if you're on the home screen and you jump back over to the rent roll here. All roads lead to this particular section. Now, in the quick and dirty method, you can just input the gross income. Over here, I use the advanced and detailed method because if I'm going to be building this property out as a property package, I want this information to be in there. It also gives me a little bit of a handle on a better handle on what's going on with the property, how many units, how things are being run. So I like to use the advanced and detailed method. Now, what we're going to do first is going to input the number of units, or the types of units into the property. Now here's where people get mixed up. Let me show you the property that we're using here. It's called Regency Club. It is a 132 unit property. Now what some people make the mistake of doing is the number of units, they come down here and they click on 100 up to 150 and they think they've got to input all the information down here for 132 units. Well, that's not what this means the way that Doug has set it up. What we're actually looking at here is the types of units that are in the property. In this particular case, there are only 4 types of units. Okay, the difference, they're one bed, one bath, 2 different styles, same square footage, but different rents. 2 bed, 1.5 bath, total units, different number of units, same square footage. Some must be renovated, or some might be an upstairs or downstairs. But when we're inputting the information, it's not up to 150, it's actually up to 110. Now over here, I'm going to pause this video right now and input this information myself. As you can see here, I took the 4 different styles of units, the average market rents here. I came up with a total annual income of 101. Well, they came up with 1017, and if we look to see what we did on our screen, you'll see right there 1017. Perfect. The number matches up. Now, watch what I do here, because this is where things kind of get tricky. This is the potential rental income based upon the rents as the market bears. The most that this property can generate in a particular year based upon the market is $1.017 million. Okay, that is not the other sources of income. That's about to get added in there as well. But before we do, we're going to take out those, what I call the income reducers, those things that go towards reducing the gross potential rental income. Now, if we jump back over here, in this particular, one reason why I like using this particular property package as an example to teach is because the broker has done a pretty good job on including in here, and I'm going to give you the whole package, right here, the income statement. Wait a minute, I'm going to grab the trailing 12. Right here, trailing 12-month income statement. Now, nowhere on here does he state that this is a projected or a pro forma, or it is a T3 for the income and T12 for the expenses. He is flat out telling us that this is a true trailing 12 income statement, a T12. That's what we want to see. That's exactly what we're looking for. Now, there are other things in this particular spreadsheet that I really like what he does. I probably won't get too much into it in this analysis, because this discussion is about how to use the cash flow analyzer, not how to analyze property packages. That is a whole entire teaching module within the masterclass where we will really get down in depth into it. And if you're in the masterclass elite program, you will see us in action ripping through brokers' property packages and learning the real nitty-gritty as to how it's done. So in this particular case, what we're going to be looking at is the fact that the gross scheduled income, according to them, is 1.019 million. We're 1.017. So we are right there. The same 2 numbers exist as to what they could have collected back in that 12-month period beginning in March 2012. But here's the number that really matters. If you drop down to the net rental income, you'll see that during that 12-month period, they collected $647,000. Now, what we do in this case, and I'm going to jump back to this screen in a moment. Here's 1.017. I need to get this effective rental income number down to the number that they actually collected. Okay, don't be embarrassed to do this. Don't be afraid that you're going to make the brokers mad. This is what you want to do. You need to get this number down to that 647. Is that the right number? Where were we? Net rental income. Yep, 647. All right, how do we do that? It's all right here in this category. Let's put in 25. Nope, 25 is not enough. Let's put in 30. 30 is not enough. 35,000. So, okay, we're getting close. 36. We're almost there. 37. No, 37 is too much. So 36.5. Okay. 0.55. All right, we're getting a 6. 6.8. No, I'm going the wrong way. I'm sorry. I'm wondering if this is going to make it to the this is definitely going to make it to the cutting room floor. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. All right, 647. Took us a little while, but we made it. So in order for us to get from the effective rental income down to what they actually collected, we are looking at a vacancy rate of approximately 36.4%. Now, let's take a look, because this is what I really like what this broker did. He actually took the physical vacancy, the economic occupancy, the average effective rent, the net rental income growth. He broke it all down to give you a really good handle on what's going on in the property. So as you can see, to get down from that 1019 down to the 647, we have to reduce the income using all of these categories that are what we call income reducers. Vacancy loss, model, well, there are no model units, employee discounts, rent concessions, bad debt, economic vacancy, all those types of things. And as you can see, in order to make that happen, what we have to do is reduce that gross potential rent by 36.4%. So in this particular spreadsheet, we're sticking that number entirely in the vacancy rate. Now, do not tell the broker that the property is running at a 36% vacancy rate. He will laugh you out of town every day of the week. That 36% includes all aspects of the income reduces: the physical vacancy, the economic vacancy, the loss to lease, the lost rent, the concessions, the bad debt. All of these things get added up to show you that this property is running at a 36.4 vacancy rate, which is not good any way you slice it. But that's not your problem, that's theirs. And that's how you are going to calculate out the net rental income. Now finally, we have one other category down here called the other monthly income. Let's go back to this spreadsheet, and as you can see, they've lumped it in. In this particular trailing 12, they lumped all of the other income in one category. They do not break it out. That's fine. We're just going to do a little down and dirty on the other income. If we were really going to break down this property and really make an offer on it, we probably would want to see what makes up that net other income, so we know what it is and we know whether it is what I call good income or bad income. So essentially what we need to do now, jump back over to the spreadsheet. Number of inputs, we're going to jump it down to 3. We have the standard. I'm just going to put other income here. And you see how Doug has this on a monthly basis. Doesn't really matter. It all works out in the end, believe it or not. And I put that in there. Other income, parking, I leave that blank. And that pretty much does it here. Now, what we can put in are the revenue increases of 2% per year. We could do the other income at a different rate. They can increase at a different rate. It's entirely up to you. The nice thing about this program is it gives you all the different options for how to increase the rents. And if we wanted to, what we did is we use this vacancy rate at 36.4% for all years. You can enter the vacancy rate per year, and it takes you to this other screen. Like I said, there are hidden worksheets in this program. It can take you to another screen where you can say, geez, I really want to see what this property is going to look like if I buy it today at 36.4, but I work hard and I get the occupancy or the vacancy up to 10%. How will that impact my numbers going forward? Because this is, the last thing you want to do is work with any type of an apartment model analyzer that is static. That's what I've seen a lot of people's spreadsheets do, is they try to show a very static analysis. This particular cash flow analyzer, you're able to manipulate the numbers and change them over time. It gives you that full capability so that the analysis that you're doing can be really, really good. So that is how we have just entered all the information regarding the income. That is how you do it. We're done with the income side now. We're going to jump back over here to the input data, and the next part that we're going to enter is going to be the expenses, and that'll be taken up on our next video.